there's a lot on the line for both teams tonight, but this game has even more meaning for Kansas State's 29 seniors. This is the last time they're ever going to play here at Wagner Field. Now, before every game, senior linebacker Josh Buell stands in front of his teammates and tries to pump them up. Today, I heard that speech was very, very emotional. I heard it's the shortest one he's ever given. He said, go out there, play for the seniors, play for yourself. Our destiny is in our own hands. Let's go win the Big 12 North.
And these people are braving some pretty bitter conditions right now. You can take a look at the weather right here in Manhattan, Kansas, and why those guys don't have their shirts on, I don't know. Wind chill's 35, and there's a chance of rain and a little itty bit of snow.
Just got a call from their parents. They're not paying any medical bills this semester if you don't put your shirt on.
Kicking with the wind, Jordania Mitchell's going to take a knee. Alan Webb was the scout team quarterback for Kansas State who prepared K-State for Nebraska's Jamal Lord, and they said he just about mimics Brad Smith. Now Smith on third down tries to let go at the screen. Incomplete. Great defensive effort by Kansas State's Josh Buell. Kicking game is going to be important because Kansas State starts with great field position on the ground. Sproles into the secondary inside the 30 down to the 28-yard line.
The job he's done here has been absolutely phenomenal, and right now he's enjoying watching his offensive line work.
Roberson, the quick pass. Polite inside the 10-yard line down to the 5. Travis Wilson, the fullback. James Terry in motion. Pitch back to Sproles. Has the corner. Walks into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas State. First time Kansas State has scored on their opening drive since McNeese State, and it was impressive. Third down and 13. Swings it out of the flat a little bit too high. Now, the last 4 weeks, they've averaged 274 yards rushing. That's one of the reasons why. Darren Sproles gets into Missouri territory.
They had a fourth and maybe a fifth guy coming after L. Roberson. Here they come.
And they switch defenses. They're coming after Roberson. Going right down the middle. Has a man open and overthrows Polite again.
Kansas State scored off of it and scored 24 unanswered after he set the tone with that play.
Well, Josh Buell is the other nasty Texan. Both went to the same high school. Smith looking, throwing, passes caught up down to the 44-yard line. Thomas Thompson and Boga. Now they're saying incomplete. One official said it was complete. The other said no.
In the game, lots of flow to the football.
Roberson throwing into the flat. Pass is complete. Up towards midfield to the 50-yard line. James Terry, the senior out of Homestead, Florida. He just sort of hides behind that offensive line that explodes.
And explodes is the key word. And what's not on what we didn't see on the statistics, he's #2 in the country in all-purpose yardage because of his kick return averages too.
On the option, back to Sproles again. Big hole over the 30. Closing in on the 25-yard line. David Overstreet on the stop.
Yeah, I think he's thinking 4-down territory here. There's the toss to Sproles.
Sproles has running room. Hog-tied as he gets inside the 10. James Kenny got a piece of him and just dragged him down. How about Sproles averaging 8.8 yards a carry already? That's 88 yards. Trying to look for more. And 6, and he's got it.
The ball carrier is number 43, Darren Sproles.
And then they come back the next week and don't play very well. He's trying to get them to understand that intensity is an all-the-time thing, not an every other game thing.
Well, they need it now on 3rd and 10. Here comes Kansas State with the pressure again. Smith dropped. Back at the 29-yard line, Josh Buell, the senior out of Mesquite, Texas. Well, that was good enough for a first down. So again, Kansas State 1st and 10 from their own 37-yard line. Straight ahead running. Sproles, big hole, spins away, still on his feet. In Missouri territory, down to the 40. Good couple of plays for that Missouri defense, forcing Kansas State into 3rd down and 15. No penalty flag. Roberson has time. Plenty of time. Sitting in his rocking chair. Finally rifles it. Pass complete to Terry. He'll be short of the first down.
Big fourth down play. Looks like they're loading up with the big guys. What has worked for them all night long? The option play. Wouldn't be surprised to see him run it here.
Light in motion. Here's the option. Roberson looking, keeping. Leans forward to the 30-yard line, and it is going to be very close.
But I think it's still going to be first down, Kansas State.
On the nose of a football.
No, they did it.
My goodness. What a great job by Gary Pinkel's defense, but Bill Snyder probably is wondering where that spot was. They need to get 8. From the gun, Smith. Firing, incomplete. Now the Missouri defense at least has Kansas State backed up to their worst field position of the evening. And they're going to go back to their strength. Sproles again, another 8+. Give them about 12 on that carry. Well, I'll tell you, that offensive line of Kansas State's just blowing big holes. Sproles again, spin move up to the 30-yard line.
And this is a big third down situation. Need to get off the field.
Last 5 games, opponents only 37%, considering 43% for the rest of the year. This time the pass is swatted away by Nino Williams.
The game.
Smith just pulls up and fires. Nothing doing. Pass is complete to Umboga. Cedric Williams on the stop. Loss of 5 on the play. 3rd down and 10. They bring 5. Smith hit as he throws. Pass incomplete, intended for Coffee. Skill positions at spring practice. That's how hard this young man studied. Well, no amount of studying would help him there. The ball is down. It's loose. Let's see who's got it. Missouri has the football.
By number 21, Brandon Barnes.
We just talked about they needed 4 takeaways. There's 1.
There's the first one. This was a quarterback run series.
First and goal from the 2 for the Tigers. Smith keeps it. Looking. Plenty of time into the end zone. Touchdown, Missouri. DeQuincy Howard, the redshirt freshman out of Tyler, Texas, with his first collegiate reception for a touchdown.
They'll want them to be able to get an easy bead on who they're supposed to block.
Yeah, Kansas State 1st and 10 from their own 20 after the fumble. Here's Sproles again, and again, 10+. All right, Ernie, thank you. We'll have all the scores and highlights, of course, at halftime in our Chili's halftime report. We still have 3:45 left here in our first half. Victor Mann is the fullback. Keep it on the ground. Sproles straight ahead, bounces to the outside, has running room to the 40-yard line, and knocked out of bounds by Michael Harden.
K-State is.
13 first downs already for the Wildcats tonight. Sproles again. Another big hole. Inside the 30 down to the 26-yard line. Season. Roberson pumps. Pass is complete. Polite down to the 10-yard line. Excellent pass by L. Roberson. And another first down on the 12-yard line. Give it to Sproles, already with 2 rushing touchdowns. Bounces to the outside, down to the 5-yard line.
Kansas State, great job of coaching, running a sub off the sideline to call timeout. Watch the missed tackle right there. That's number 26, Michael Harden. But, you know, when I say missed tackles, I can't really make a great criticism because he is very difficult to put down. So on this play now, you can come right back again with Roberson on a sneak, or as you suggested, hand it to Sproles with man number 42 leading.
Well, Roberson puts the head down again. This time he scores, but we have a penalty flag. Bill's not happy. And it's against Missouri. The touchdown will stand. Roberson, his 13th rushing touchdown of the year.
Well, that'll make him a little happier, won't it?
Oh, yeah.
Coach Snyder.
Right now, final 2 seconds.
Looks like
they're going to try a field goal.
Well, the wind is at his back. We talked about this down on the field, that this will add some distance for a field goal kicker from Michael Matheny.
As long as 44. This is well over 60 yards, except the kick hits the crossbar. He had it on line, but Matheny's line drive shot hits the crossbar, and that's the way the first half is going to end. Look at it again. And it dinks it. Here's Craig Sager with Bill Snyder.
Well, Coach, we've been praising Darren Sproles all night, close to 200 yards. But I was like, Coach, how would you describe his performance tonight?
Well, Darren has played well every night, and this is no exception. I think he's played awfully well. Obviously, some people have blocked well for him, too.
How pleased are you with that offensive line and also Victor Mann?
I can't hear you.
How pleased are you with the offensive line and also Victor Mann, the way he's been leading the block?
I'll reserve judgment until after the ball game, but I think they're playing pretty well in the running game right now.
All right, thanks a lot, Coach. Thank you, Ryan.
All right, Craig Sager, 21-7 is our score at halftime.
Missouri needs a big-time stop. They have the wind in their favor right now. They need to get the ball and put some points on the board.
Kansas State going right back to Darren Sproles over the right side.
But Darren Sproles has been complimenting him the entire half.
Well, and they need to. Keeping it on the ground again. Why not? And another 7-8 yard pickup on first down, and again it is Sproles. Well, Roberson, the senior out of Baytown, Texas, having his best year ever. Looking to throw it. Straight drop, has a man, pass is picked off. Nino Williams with the interception over the 40, up to about the 48-yard line. Williams with his first interception of the year. Mike Johnson finally brings him down. Now second down and 10, no penalty on the play. Kansas State brings 5 again. Abram busts through to the secondary, inside the 30, down to the 25-yard line. Has learned to be more patient running the football.
Yeah, he was trying to make big plays on every play before. Throwback.
Smith looking for Nash, but he was covered. Now he's going to throw into the end zone, and he's going to be intercepted. Louis Lavender with a pick, his first of the year.
In the way that Missouri ran the football.
Roberson looking for the little slip screen, and he's got it to Sproles, who turns on the jet. First down, Kansas State up to the 35-yard line.
Also making a big block, among others.
Straight ahead running again, Sproles inside the 40, down to the 38-yard line.
Mentally, it affects you more when you've been dominated physically.
Roberson to Polite's got some running room inside the 30, down to the 29-yard line, and close to the first down. His third reception of the night.
I watched him on film, a couple big-time interceptions against Texas A&M, running downfield with receivers, and Brandon Barnes was a wide receiver previously.
Only the 14th pass play. Oh my! Running in, and they're going to spot it right at the 30-yard line into the wind. Joe Ream.
You know, Roberson got a vote? I didn't think so. Not with Bill Snyder.
6 or 7 from this distance. Hits it right down the middle. Excellent kick for Joe Ream, whose brother Jamie Ream was also a kicker here for the Wildcats. Third down and 6 for Missouri. On the 34-yard line. Smith, pressure. Going to be dropped back at the 28-yard line. Coach Dave Christensen cannot believe it. Their offensive coordinator. Antoine Polite is also there. Roberson looking in that direction, looking down the middle. Gets away from the first wave. Has some running room to the 40-yard line, and he is going to be dropped. And there's a late hit. Oh, my.
Was there a bad bowl trip? The answer is going to be no.
No way.
It's a great experience no matter where you go and who you play.
Yeah, we still have 11 minutes in this one. Roberson looking down the middle. Has a man open, throwing it up for grabs, tipped away at the last minute. Terry on the punt with the wind. High wobbly kick. Gets it to 5. Not a good break for Missouri. Great job by Kansas State. A 44-yard kick by Jared Bright. And they're going to down it at about the 2-yard line. Well, here's a dangerous play if you're Missouri. Third down and 8. Ball's on the 3-yard line.
You don't have much choice either because you're down so big in the score. You have to go.
Smith going on the streak route down the sideline, and it's caught by Darius Outlaw. What a pass by Brad Smith. Third down and 4 for Missouri. Clock continues to tick away. Smith looking. Cocks the ball, will be short of the first down by about 3. Gets up to about the 45-yard line.
To maybe what we thought going into the game. It's tough.
Sproles needs 5 to set the new record at Kansas State for single game rushing, and he's done it. He gets 10 on that play. That puts him at 257 yards, breaking the old record of 252 set back in 1996.
You know how I've talked about how debilitating it is to have a team continue to run the ball at you and have success and you're unable to stop them? You know Darren Sproles is going to get the football on first down, and he's still getting 10 yards a pop. That tells you how they've broken Missouri down throughout the course of this ball game tonight.
I told you at the top of the show he's averaging the last few games over 8 yards a carry. He's done that again tonight. Roberson keeps it, dips inside, gets up to about the 38-yard line.
These types of games tonight is a learning experience.
The 42nd carry by Sproles. Picks up maybe 2 yards on the play. Already set a record for most rushing attempts. 10 Conference and the Big 12. Thank you, folks, for making this year a great year for us. Smith going to that same pass again, and again it's complete. This time to Sean Coffey. Video Director Steve Fiorello and the rest of our crew back in Atlanta. Thank you, folks. You make us look good.
Yes, heartfelt thank you.
Over the right side, they run the ball instead with Zach Abram looking for 6, and he's got the touchdown. Now the onside kick attempt. I don't think Missouri got it.
They do not want to care about this year's Heisman. They're saying Darren Sproles for next year's Heisman.
Let's take a look at our Pioneer Player of the Game, and this goes under the heading of no-brainer. 268 yards rushing tonight. Kansas State record. Had also set a record for attempts and a whole bunch of other records. He's carried the ball 42 times tonight, throwing a couple of touchdowns. And Jeff Benke, our Senior Vice President, Coordinating Producer, and of course Lenny Daniels, Senior Vice President, Coordinating Director. Thank you, folks.
Get well soon, Jeff.
Get well soon, Jeff. We miss you, partner. Final 10 seconds. It's a first down, and that's going to do it. Kansas State is going to the Big 12 championship game again. And they'll have their hands full playing the #1 team in the country. Looking for their 3rd trip, and they've got it. They were there in '98 and 2000, and now Bill Snyder will try to get something he hasn't been able to get while at Kansas State, and that's a conference title. December 6th, and it's going to be a dandy. And for Gary Finkel, one more game left against Iowa State. It'll be going to a bowl. Great year for Coach Finkel. Congratulations and best of luck to him next week against Dan McCartney's Iowa State Cyclones. Seg, you got Bill Snyder with you.
Well, Coach, you want to reserve judgment about your team's performance after the game. How do you feel now after winning the Big 12 North?
Well, you asked me about our offensive lineman and our fullback, and that's what I said I'd reserve judgment on. We got 3 holding calls in the second half, so I'm a little disturbed about that. But we really did a pretty nice job as far as rushing the ball, because they rushed for 366 yards, and our offensive line and our fullback did a nice job of helping Darren Sproles get all he got.
These last 6 games, nobody in the country is playing as well as you guys are. How are you able to turn it around after that 3-game losing streak?
Well, you have to have good people. You have to have awfully good players who, understand, the error of their ways and how to get it corrected, and young people that are willing to try to get better every day, and they did exactly that. So I'm pleased and proud of them.
What's your initial impression of the matchup with Oklahoma?
I don't have one yet. We're just going to go in and talk about this one, and we'll work on that tonight.
All right, thanks a lot, Coach. Let's go to Darren Andrews.
All right, Craig, I'm here right now with L. Roberson. You win the Big 12 North on senior night in front of your family. What's going through your mind right now?
Man, I'm just excited for all the seniors, man. We really worked hard all year to get here. We had some up and downs in the midway of the season, but we just kept fighting and kept believing in each other. And unity was the thing that we strived on, and we made it there. So all the other stuff that they talk about, they can talk whatever they want to. We did what we had to do to get there, and we there, and it's going to be a battle.
Well, Al, he's not a senior, but how easy does Darren Sproles make your job?
He makes it real easy. I was struggling today on my pass, and my body wasn't feeling too good. Luckily, we got these 2 weeks off to get ready for these guys, and you know, Sproles, he's just a great guy, and I love him to death. He just does great things for me, and he makes my job a whole lot easier.
El, thanks so much. Congratulations. Good luck against Oklahoma.
Thanks a lot.
Ron, back up to you guys.
Aaron, thanks a lot. I know one thing, this Oklahoma-Kansas State matchup, no one's going to pick Kansas State, but Bill Snyder's team relishes the opportunity to take on the #1 team in the country.